Let me go ahead and pull up my stream. I should be going live any second here. So we started a podcast, episode 2. So this is Kangaroo Court. Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome to Kangaroo Court.
I need to go
where
secure.
The waffles were not on the roof.
I need to go secure my typical followers.
If I want to go secure my typical followers.
If you have typical followers, please, by all means, get them in here.
Okay. Invisible Man, your extended family. Hop on this shit. That's the closest thing to help I can provide in this situation. Sorry.
No, it is not a forklift. Also, thank you, Eiley, for pointing out that it's buffering. I'm working on closing some stuff down to help with that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start by closing down OBS and just running Streamlabs OBS. That might help a bit.
This podcast is brought to you by no one, because we don't have any sponsors yet.
Close down any of the other streams that might have been running in the background.
And that is a direct call out to any sponsors who want to sponsor us. We are corporate whores. Any retort for that, Adam?
I mean, I wouldn't say whore. Is it starting to come around, Eiley? Is it starting to come around?
I wouldn't say whore. Who among us would? Oh my god. Alright, so where we last left off, Jimmy and Ted were trying their best to get...
Hang on, we're still making sure that the thing's not buffering to hell and back, so give me a moment. I might try and drop my source to a 720 instead of 1080.
Okie dokie then.
Just so it's not chugging as hard.
Because this game is beautiful, but it's not the game people are here for, at least not at the moment.
Well, yeah, it's not the game people are here for, but they are here to, see
something.
A podcast.
Yes. This is fair. This is reasonable and fair.
And hear one without it stuttering every 5 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Point made.
Let's see here. Can you hear? Hey, hang on, Eiley. Can you hear both me and Dylan? Well, is there an issue on that, or can you hear both of us?
Are we coming through, Major Tom?
This is Major Tom to ground control.
This is ground control to Major Tom. What a world we're living in.
Is that part of the song? I don't remember that being part of the song.
Nope. It is decidedly not part of the song.
Okay, I've reached this weird point where I've noticed that those background music is Satisfactory and the background music to RimWorld is kind of similar, and it's fucking with my head. Like, really fucking with my head.
Oh well. Blech.
Today.
Okay. Is it coming through well on the other end? No buffer? No shit?
I'm looking. Hang on. It's coming through just fine.
I'd assume so.
It looks like there is some buffer. Okay, so we're coming through just so... Okay, that would help. That would probably explain it. Crap, my phone's not charged. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm not worried. I can do the show alone.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. So, you guys like pizza? I like pizza. I'm going to say something completely non-controversial. You know what I like on pizza? Chocolate. Yeah, that's right. You were expecting pineapple. Well, you know what no one's ever expecting? The Spanish Inquisition of toppings. Chocolate. I'm a lonely individual, if that wasn't obvious. So, this podcast is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. It's not. It's not. Don't at me on that. We are by no means sponsored by anyone. Oh my god. Is anybody else wondering why they will sponsor literally anyone? Like, there was like 3 weeks where everyone was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Isn't that weird?
Wait, what are we talking about? We're talking about the fact that Raid Shadow Legends said that they didn't sponsor anyone, even though we know that they sponsored like everyone.
Yeah, I made the joke that we're sponsored by them, and then said we're not, despite the fact that everyone is.
Yeah. Let's run through the joke about what sponsors every podcast. Okay. So let's start with
Raid
the one
Shadow.
that let's start with the one that doesn't sponsor anybody anymore. Nobody is sponsored by Nature Box. That's not a thing.
Oh,
It doesn't happen anymore.
I miss Nature Box.
Blue Apron, yes. MeUndies, yes.
HelloFresh, yes.
Well, it's either HelloFresh or Blue Apron. You're not sponsored by both at the same time.
Uh,
Though I do
you
know,
are if you
hold
play
on.
your cards right.
Though I do know podcasts that have been sponsored by one, that sponsorship ended, and then they were sponsored by the other. I am aware of that.
Because
Because I think that happened with the Dollop, actually. I'm pretty sure the Dollop was for a period sponsored by Blue Apron. That
Hey, that's
ended,
cool.
and then they were sponsored by HelloFresh.
That is called smart marketing, my friend. Anyway.
Then,
So this is Kangaroo Court.
Hold on.
Is the
who
bit
else?
we left off on.
It's Audible. It's Raid Shadow Legends doesn't sponsor podcasts. They sponsor YouTube videos.
Sponsor anything they can. They sponsor anything with a pulse.
All right.
So, with that mental image firmly ingrained in your minds, episode 2. So this is a Kangaroo Court. Last time we left our heroes, Jimmy and Ted, they were trying to get the, I won't say corrupt administration of policemen out of power, but I believe they are highly incompetent.
Yes. The charge was negligence and incompetence, not malice.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about, oh, they're incompetent because they can't arrest the right people. No, I'm talking these people are incompetent. Well, let me put it to you like this. The opening statement for the prosecution side of Jimmy and Ted was, the waffles were not on the roof. Oh my god! Yeah, that's the intelligence level of the people in this town.
Okay.
So, with that opening statement... Order! Order! You mean to tell me that the waffles were indeed not on the roof?
I now
Yes.
have finally realized why I would bother getting a stream deck, and it's purely for gavel sounds and other, like... it's not for anything unique. It's not for anything that we ourselves would come up with, right? It's just for, like, the most bare-bones, basic, bog-standard, canned
All right.
audio tracks you can possibly grab.
You mean to tell me that the waffles were indeed not on his roof that day? I mean to tell you exactly that, Your Honor. This man, who you have known and loved for so many years, and have trusted as chief of police, did not shingle his roof with waffles last night. Scandalous. Kerfuffle. 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 Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
Hoodwink.
Precisely. Does the defense have any retort for this statement? We would simply like to bring forth our first witness, Your Honor. Okay. This is unusual. Go ahead, by all means. What will a witness provide in terms of aid to your testimony? Your Honor, we have a witness that states clear as day that there were indeed waffles on his roof. There is? Wait, fuck, there is?
Wait, we know he didn't eat waffles that morning. Why would there be waffles on his roof? We got a good authority from his daughter.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Look, we gotta play insanity, okay? This is called Operation calvinball for a reason. Just think of something. It doesn't have to make sense. Just think of something to refute whatever the witness says. The defense calls forth the eyewitness, the mailman who was there that morning delivering. Yeah, hi. Is this for real? What? Is this actually happening? Like, are you serious? There's a court case going on right now because waffles weren't on a roof. Jimmy standed there dumbfounded, for he realized there was another man in town with an intelligence level above that of a roof shingle. Please testify what you saw that horrible day. We know you may not be able to recount it in full detail due to the sheer magnitude of what you witnessed. Looks over to the defense. Give him a thumbs up. Looks over to the prosecution. We don't get it either. Just do it. Okay. Yeah, so I was doing my morning rounds and just walking about, and I walked up to the stoop to put down a package that was supposed to be delivered.
We have stairs now, by the way.
Nice. And sure enough, I looked up after I felt something flop onto my shoulder. And what was it that flopped onto your shoulder? A waffle? Would you care to repeat that? Louder for the court? A waffle. Ooh, kerfuffle, kerfuffle. Oh my goodness. So you mean to tell me that there were indeed waffles on the roof? I mean, it's possible. I mean, unless, of course, somebody was in the window above me and decided to just drop one out of nowhere. No further questions, Your Honor. Well, defense, this is interesting. If you'd like, prosecution, if you'd like to ask the witness any questions, go ahead. Certainly. Where are you on the night of the murder? What the fuck are you doing? calvinball. Oh, okay. What murder? Where were you on the night of Mary Jenkins' murder?
Who's Mary Jenkins?
You don't know? It's okay. The trauma of what you witnessed is just too great for this court. Isn't that right, Your Honor? It is indeed. The magnitude of what you witnessed was quite terrible. Though I must question, who is this Mary Jenkins?
She is the wife of Leroy, Your Honor.
Oh. Rests his head for a minute. I see. I had forgotten. Everyone in the court has a moment of silence. Ted just looks at Jim, gives them a thumbs up. It's working. But what does Miss Jenkins' murder have to do with what is currently going on? Very
Absolutely easy. Nothing, Your Honor.
Except for the mere fact that she was the best waffle maker in town. My goodness. Whoa. Order in the court. So you mean to tell me that this man's roof was not shingled with waffles, and that is related somehow to Miss Jenkins' untimely demise? Precisely, Your Honor. So what does her being the best waffle maker have to do with this? Plain and simple, Your Honor. Because she wasn't around to make the best waffles, we've had to resort to toaster quality. A woman in the jury faints. We're going to call for a 10-minute recess so that one of the jurors can regain her composure. Until then, well, I don't know, do whatever you do in court when we're not courting.
Actually, what time is it? 11? We'll break for an early lunch. Mary, call out to Giuseppe. Where can we go for lunch? Well, Giuseppe's just reopened. Oh, I love their bagels.
Order 3 baskets. During the recess. That was fucking genius. I never thought about Mary. That's because Mary doesn't exist. What? Neither does Leroy.
I mean, Leroy does, but it's a YouTube sensation from like a decade ago.
So you just said whatever the fuck was on your mind? Essentially.
Operation Calvinball.
As long as nobody else says it, I win.
Wait.
What?
When you said Operation Calvinball, I thought you meant just play it fast and loose. I didn't think you meant literally play Calvinball in the courtroom.
I mean, we might as well be. Things don't make sense. Nothing makes sense. We're trying to get the corrupt man out of power. He's not corrupt. He's stupid. There's a difference now. Yeah. There's always been a fucking difference.
Yeah. One has malice, the other doesn't.
But they both have money and power. Ted, I feel like I'm losing you. Please tell me I'm not losing you. I don't know, are you?
I'm just saying that they're... Wait, Jimmy, you're not losing me. I'm just saying that they're close enough in results that the moral argument as to whether there is an intent or not is kind of immaterial here.
The court will return to session in 2 minutes. All right, let's get back to our stand.
I didn't get to grab a bagel. There's one... Hey, don't worry.
I'll grab a basket. Don't worry. Just get back to the position. Okay.
Everything, please.
Court is now once again in session for the trial of Mr. Chief.
Hey, they were out of pumper. Hey, they were out of everything. I got your pumpernickel. Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's my second favorite. Thank you.
Your Honor. Yes, prosecution. I believe we have decisive evidence that shows that the defense is guilty once and for all of ineptitude. Really? Even though the Waffles case has been, well, for lack of a better word, waffling back and forth? Yes, Your Honor. And it's right here in this briefcase. Evidence that has not been submitted to the court or the police station. This is highly illegal. I'd like to see where this goes. Opens the briefcase.
Of course you would, Your Honor.
Opens the briefcase. Your Honor, I would like to submit this to the court. Oh my god. It's the little paper and tape badge that the chief used to wear. It's not an official looking badge in any way, shape, or form. It looks like something a first grader would make.
It's just a post-it note with a star drawn on it. And chief is misspelled. It has 2 F's. Your Honor,
as you can see, not only is the writing on this badge misspelled, but furthermore, it has a sheriff's star. Now, Your Honor, let me ask you, what town worth its salt in the modern world in the United States has a sheriff in charge? Which means all this time,
Phoenix.
Mr. Chief turns to Ted. Shut the fuck up.
That wasn't me.
Shouts to the courtroom. Whoever said that's a liar and a coward.
How dare you impugn my armor? Man with handlebar mustache stands up.
Okay, first off, get a modern haircut. Second off, shave that mustache before I go over there and pull it off. It won't be hard. Third,
man with handlebar mustache starts removing his shirt, at which point you realize this man is trained as a bare knuckle boxer. You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. Phoenix does have a sheriff. What town north of the Mason-Dixon line and east of the Mississippi has a sheriff, is run by a sheriff in this day and age? Better.
Puts his shirt back on. The proceedings may resume, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Thank you for not needing to get physical today, Bare Knuckle Ben. That's his fucking name?
Well, Bare Knuckle's a nickname, but yes, Ben's his name.
Just roll with it. Your Honor, the most important piece of evidence, however, can be found on the back of this badge. I see nothing there, just little bits on the top. Exactly, Your Honor. The stickiness on this note has long since faded. In other words, it's not even a badge you can wear. So how can we expect our police chief to protect our streets? Walks over to one of the jury members, who's clearly a mother. Protect our children when he can't even put on his badge. The defense is sweating. Good. Let's make him fucking explode like a dam. How? With this next piece of evidence. Your Honor, I present the final piece of evidence for this case. What's that? It is. Looks in his briefcase. What the fuck happened to the Giuseppe bagel? Was it an everything bagel? Ted, no. Ted, yes. I may have eaten the evidence. We can get another one. No, we can't. I can't just leave court to get another bagel. You want to leave court to go get another one of Giuseppe's bagels? What? No, Your Honor, no. That's a brilliant idea. 10-minute recess. Oh my God.
Look, Jimmy. This is why this is okay. Everybody's really happy. Giuseppe's has been closed for like 5 years. They're just really happy that they're finally back in business after that time that dude careened his car into the factory.
Tank.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. I was trying to avoid hyperbole, and then but yeah, you're right. It was an actual tank.
Anyway.
Still don't understand how the National Guard didn't keep that thing under better lock and key.
We'll discuss this later.
I think they would have learned from that guy out in L.A.
It's 10 minutes later. Okay, Your Honor. This is the definitive piece of evidence. What is that? This is one of Giuseppe's bagels. Can you taste it for me? Certainly. Oh. Well, how is it? It's good. Right. What's your point, prosecution? Well, that's the thing, Your Honor. It's just good. But weren't Giuseppe's bagels just amazing at one point? I don't follow. Before the incident that occurred with the tank, an incident that the police chief did not respond to in any way, shape, or form, Giuseppe's bagels were known as just amazing. There was advertising for it everywhere. Now, Giuseppe's bagels are back. They're not just amazing. They're are back.
Pretty good.
And they are pretty good. And I think I know why this is. The destruction of the original location, coupled with a crippling morale that comes from being out for 5 years and the lack of practice, has done something irreparable to Giuseppe's gifted dough handling hands. Your Honor, I propose that the defense, in his ineptitude, has permanently tainted the best bagel shop in town.
And as a secondary note, Ted pipes up. One of the only reasons people stop in our small town, which is off of a highway, they come into this town 10 miles off the road, 20 miles off the road, because when they're traveling, they're told, hey, Giuseppe's Bagels is absolutely delightful. You should really stop into small town USA. But you know what? With this change, for the past 5 years, there has been no Giuseppe's Bagels, and tourism funds have dried up. And with Giuseppe's Bagels back but weaker, they will not return in full force. The chief has done irreparable damage to the wealth of this city.
But, looks down at the bagel. They don't taste good no more.
They do taste good. You said so. They don't taste just amazing.
They don't, do they? Why'd you have to talk about all that money stuff? Now I'm sadder. And still hungry. Nom, 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 nom. Your Honor, I move for the defense to be punished to the fullest extent of the law. You're absolutely right. Death! No, Your Honor, no. I was being dramatic. What would you propose?
Revocation of his license. Immediate discharge from the police force. Community service in the form of the next 5 years. You know, how long Giuseppe's Bagels has been out of business. And...
death!
No. No, Bare Knuckle Ben!
Bah, but who doesn't like a good death? Bare
Plus, it would give us
Ben.
an excuse to pull that guillotine out of the museum.
I suppose it would.
Okay.
No, we're not convinced. No,
We're not
death.
sending a man. We're not sentencing a man to death for incompetence.
Oh, but we want to use the guillotine. We can use the guillotine on the next man convicted with the death penalty. Alrighty then.
But he could be the next man convicted of the death penalty. No.
Your Honor, just take him off the force. Let him flip burgers for the rest of his days, but take him off the force. Wait, are we just gonna ignore the glaring plot hole in our argument? What are you talking about? It was a fucking tank. What police chief's gonna respond to that? Hey.
Well, no. We're not saying.
Shut up.
We're not saying he had to respond to it in the moment. Ted. Sorry, Jimmy. We're not saying he needed to respond to it in the moment. What we're saying, Jimmy, is that as you've told me, he actively went out of his way to try to make excuses to let that guy off.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he's fucked. This is fucked.
Yeah, we're not saying he could easily combat a tank as it was going on. That's just the job of the, National Guard, the people who failed to lock the tank up in the first place.
The chief steps up. Enough. Prosecution has done a good enough job. Wait, what the hell? I admit it. I have been hiding something for a very long time. Oh shit, get the popcorn. I am Superman. Jimmy's smile just gets so wide. I am so happy. I could have destroyed that tank anytime I wanted. But I'm tired, you see, Your Honor. Tired of having to protect these streets. Tired of being the only Kryptonian left. I'm tired, Your Honor. And I allowed my exhaustion to get in the way of my duties. And it is for that reason, walks up to the badge, poorly crumples it onto his shirt, and as it's falling off, he just pretends to tear it off. I will be resigning and accepting whatever punishment the court wishes to give me.
Not death!
In light of this gripping and telling moment, I think the court can agree on a lesser sentence than death. 1,000,000 hours of community service.
Does a person even live that long?
Good point. 50 hours of community service.
You can dial it up a bit. You can dial it up a bit,
never,
sir.
And you may never serve on the force again. We'll take it.
Your Honor, try 1,000 hours of community service. 40 hours, 50 weeks a year, 5 years.
But I already hit the thing.
You can hit the thing again. Don't you like hitting the thing?
I do. 1,000 hours of community service, and that's final. This court is now adjourned. Several minutes later, outside of the courthouse. You ever think that our justice system is just a little bit weird? Ted? Ted's already halfway into a taxi cab with a Hawaiian shirt and a fucking explorer's hat. Fuck this, I'm going to Canada.
But Ted, please don't. Ted.
I got an idiot off the force. It's what I came here to do. I'm gone. I'm
no,
gone.
Ted, that's that's not why you came here. You came here to work. You then found out that you needed to get an idiot off the force. I need you. I'm going to be commissioner now, and I need somebody who I can trust to actually, do his job.
Not Gordon. Your name's not Gordon.
My name's
Commissioner Gordon help with Superman?
Okay, fine. I'll start going by Gordon if it would make you feel more comfortable.
All right, fine.
At work, I'm still going to be Jimmy to my wife.
What the fuck is happening? Okay, I feel like we've run the course of this joke.
Yeah, that one's had its.
It had its day.
Yeah.
It was fun while it lasted. Here we are.
Ah, yes, Mr. Irwin. Wonder how he's doing today. Turns on the TV. There's an episode of Kangaroo Court starring Steve Irwin with two N's. So that's how.
Your Honor, I think the defense has been lying about the location of his long-lost son. The defense is a kangaroo. I think if we check her pouch, we'll find everything we're looking for.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't the charge here of a dingo having eaten a baby?
And she's been claiming that it's been dead for years, so she could get welfare.
Everybody looks over at the dingo. The dingo responds indignantly, "Come on, one of us does it one time, and you'll never let my species live it down."
One time that happened.
And it's not even me. It's one random dingo on the other side of the country.
This is profiling and it's wrong. I thought this was a free country. This is Australia, mate. Nothing's free. Except death. Everyone's free to die whenever they want.
Just need to find a snake. Or
No,
a
you just
spider.
need to step outside and, not pay attention for 5 minutes.
Just need to find a snake or a spider. Or, piss off a platypus. Yeah, don't screw with us, man. Hey, don't screw with us. We're crazy, man. I got venomous barbs.
Okay.
In my mind, the platypus is like, he hasn't done meth, but he's doing his impression. He's doing his impression of what he thinks someone on meth would act like, and so he's just absolutely squirrely.
Adam, you just said, I don't think, in my mind, I don't think the platypus has done meth. I don't think the platypus has done meth.
All right, that one's going in the quote book.
I don't think the platypus has done I'm fine. I'm fine. I am totally fine. So, Adam, tell me, what does a platypus on meth look like?
Again,
I'm dying to know.
Again.
Who's come into my domain?
Again, the platypus hasn't done meth. He's doing his impression of what he thinks somebody on meth would be like. So he's just like shifting back and forth, wild-eyed, ready to like start a fight, all squirrely, dancing back and forth. It's like,
he's adorable, is what he is.
yeah, but you're scared because he does have venomous barbs on his feet, on his hands. So you're like, you would be adorable if you didn't literally have poison knives for arms.
Barry the platypus is a not so nice cousin. Terry the platypus. Oh man. Do you suppose chickens can learn how to read?
Do I suppose chickens can learn how to read?
Do you?
No. I do think that maybe there's one type of bird that I think could learn how to like read road signs, or at least identify road signs, right?
All right. And who's that?
Any member of the family of corvids, but most specifically the European magpie.
Very specific.
There's a test called the mirror test. I sometimes refer to it as the dot test, okay?
Okay.
And what it is you put a dot on an animal's forehead, okay?
Okay.
You put
I already love this.
You put like a red dot on an animal's forehead, all right?
Okay.
And then you show that animal a mirror. Okay?
All right.
Now, if the animal growls at the mirror, or squawks at the mirror, or tries to peck at the mirror, or tries to paw at the mirror,
Okay. Basically thinks that the mirror is a different animal
then,
aside from itself.
then it thinks the animal in the mirror is different than itself. It doesn't think that it's in the mirror, right? So this suggests a less developed concept of self. Okay? Being shown something exactly like it, it still thinks it's different, right?
Okay.
With me so far?
Yes.
Now, if instead it paws at its own head, or it like scratches its head on the ground to try and remove the dot, it recognizes that that dot is on its forehead. Even though he can't see the dot without looking in the mirror, he recognizes, oh, that's on me. That animal is me. The dot is on me. Several different species of animals have passed this test. We've had, if I remember correctly, I think a couple of great apes. I think Coco specifically, right? Chimpanzees. Okay.
Okay. But can chickens learn how to read?
But chickens haven't passed this test. But what has passed this test, right?
Is
the European magpie.
I'll be damned.
So
No,
the
I feel
European
bad for
magpie,
eating pies made out of them.
if the European magpie, I mean, it's in the name, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a pie of mags,
yes,
right?
Yeah. Wait, what? I've been eating pies made out of magazines?
I mean,
Wait, what kind?
Maybe.
What kind?
Reader's Digest?
Because we're digesting them. See me in my office in 5 minutes. We're going to talk about your future with this company.
I'm the one who has the YouTube channel set up.
See me in my office. We're going to talk about your future with this company.
How about you see me in my office in 10? You'll see. We'll talk about your future here instead.
Wait, you have an office?
Yep.
I don't have an office.
Well, then why were you telling me to meet you?
Did you get an office?
Well, then why were you telling me to meet you in yours?
Because I thought yours was mine. I've been taking lunches in there.
Yeah, that's fine. I go out to eat at fancy restaurants.
God damn, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little emasculating.
Just a little bit.
Ah, well, I can get my own office somewhere else. I hear Walgreens is hiring. Corporate. They'll give me my own corner office for the dumb shit that I know.
So one of our friends in the chat who's focused in linguistics is saying that she thinks that a chicken can probably learn some kind of symbols-based thing.
Okay.
Reaper, we're not going to see you in your office in 15 minutes. You don't even work for the company.
Wait, Reaper has an office? He doesn't even work for them.
He might have an office, but it isn't at this firm.
Are they giving away offices?
I don't know who is, but nobody working here is.
God fucking damn it! I'm getting shafted by unemployed people.
Well, I mean, we do work at basically a WeWork, like slightly more impressive than that. So maybe they just rented the floor below us.
I am getting shafted by people who don't even work for us. This is unbelievable and unacceptable and probably not true.
You need to learn not to accept false, just blatant wild blatant wild claims from people without evidence. It's not like we just played calvinball in a courtroom for 20 minutes.
And it's not like that's a precedent for why you should listen to actual arguments. Well, if you'll excuse me, my time has come. I am
If we
gonna
hadn't
go do...
literally anything done this session, because like I completely zoned out. I've been trying to figure out how to get these.
I've gotten a little bit done. I've been doing some line work, but more importantly than that, we need to recognize something.
Well, I was gonna say what I've been trying to do. The active fluid transport. I've been trying to do the third thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm go drive to a place and build an oil rig.
Oh, that's what we need to do. Okay, yeah. All right.
That's what you need to do.
Where's our... Do we have... I lost track of our trucks. I know there's the one that's marooned between delivering shit to the space elevator.
I am currently not okay.
So there's 3 vehicles. You're in
Life
one
is
of them.
fucked. Life is just fucked these days.
Hmm.
Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
You could eat 13 turkeys, and it wouldn't dent the economy. One person could eat 13 birds, and the world is such a weird place that doesn't affect anyone anywhere. Isn't that kind of messed up? That's 13 whole birds, and the world just keeps fucking spinning.
All right, I'm gonna cut you off here. That would dent the economy. You know how?
Would it?
You know how it would dent the economy?
How would it dent
The hospital bills for the dude who just tried to eat 13 turkeys in one sitting.
Hospital bills.
I think I got you there.
We have got. Let me tell you something.
Are you gonna get it? Are you gonna get in a truck and we're gonna go exploring?
I'm gonna go run after an oil rig when I get the resources to build an oil rig.
How about we
Now,
go scouting?
Okay, but first let me get the resources for the oil rig.
All right.
Listen, let me tell you something about this great nation of ours. Okay. Do you know who settled and founded this glorious nation?
People who didn't apply the European process of the European standard of just war when they were fighting anywhere other than Europe.
No. You
I
see,
mean,
what
yes.
you're saying, What you're saying right now is that stuff they put in the history books. What you need to be understanding here is the bigger picture, okay? This nation was founded by the Albert Einstein for the sole purpose of escaping the Jews.
Dude, seriously, TOS. Like, come on.
The irony there is the fact that
Like,
I believe he was Jewish.
Yes, he was Jewish. I understand that this is a joke, but like...
All right, fine. Full disclaimer. I do not believe anything I just said, and I have no problems with any people of any religious faith. And if anyone takes that seriously enough to take offense to that, I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, back to my very important, very...
Don't make me have to edit these in the future. Come on. I want to be lazy.
I'm not going to do that to you, man. Okay, listen. Albert Einstein founded this nation because King George was like, hey, you can't go over there. That's it's my world. And Albert was like, you know what? Fuck you. We're going to go over there, and we're going to make a king that we choose. Because that's better. Because we get to choose him. And then we get to complain about having to choose him. It's just amazing. We're going to call it... We're going to call it having your cake and eating it too. Sounds a bit long. All right, I'll call it democracy. And we called it that because Albert Einstein was a genius, Adam. He was a genius. What have you done with your life? Albert Einstein defined the theory of relativity and founded the nation.
I got a master's degree by 24. I think that's a pretty good start.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Educated.
Ah,
you know why this nation was founded? It was founded on the concept of freedom to eat turkey. 13, if I so desire. And I should be able to go to any medical building I choose whenever I want with my colon stuffed with protein. And just say, fix me. Over and over. For free, while eating a hamburger in pajamas made of the red, white, and blue, while my pet eagle watches. God damn it.
Eiley, I understand that being a linguist and being a zoologist are two very different things, and this doesn't give you room to talk on this issue. I just wanted to make the joke, okay? That wasn't an appeal to authority. That was a joke at your expense.
The Albert Einstein founded this nation, and he did it to save us. Not from any one people, Adam. He did it to save us from ourselves.
And, you know, Germany trying to kill him.
He died for our sins, Adam. He stood there before Pontius.
You're thinking of Jesus now. I think initially you were thinking about Franklin, and now you're thinking of Jesus.
No. Just, I know what I'm doing. He stood before Pontius, and Pontius said, I want the serum, Erskine. And Einstein said, no, I won't give it to you. And Pontius took the serum from him and washed his face of the whole affair, turning into Red Hand.
Pontius Pilate is not Red Skull.
And from there, he traveled to the States, where he made Christopher Columbus the first Captain America, and it has been passed on. With Chris Evans being the current mantle holder, passing it on to the guy who plays Falcon.
Is the joke that it just always has to be a guy named Chris? Is that the joke we're trying to get at here?
And that is the story of how Endgame is the best documentary of United States history ever. You, sir, have been served. So, faced with the glory of our nation, what can you say? Except...
Don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it.
Except...
Don't you do it, damn it.
We're gonna build a wall.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you're welcome.
Oh yeah, because this is better. I love how you think this is better. You would rather state that something Trump says, which has been highly controversial for his entire presidency, is perfectly fine. Moana? Don't you fucking dare.
Oh, I just didn't want you to be predictable.
Adam, I want you later, when you're looking at this recording, I want you to listen to the last 20 minutes of my speech. And I want you to ask yourself something.
Why did I agree to do this podcast with you?
Did you expect anything that came out of my mouth?
I didn't expect the bit about the Jews. Like, I thought we'd been very clear on this thing.
Look, I'm tired. It slipped past me.
Alright.
Anyways. Look. J.J. Abrams.
If it weren't just the sheer amount of absolute bullshit you said right before it, where like anybody even half listening to the conversation can tell that you mean none of it seriously, we'd be in some shit. But I think we're fine.
Look, J.J. Abrams could learn a thing or two from the guy who made the glorious documentary that is Endgame. Okay.
Didn't he? Oh wait, no, it wasn't him on that. I forgot.
The Star Wars sequel trilogy could have been so great if he had just done.
It's not Abrams' fault that he wasn't on the second film. And that's the one everybody blames.
That's entirely fair, but you need to remember something else, okay? The films.
Where are you? Are we looking for oil?
I am fixing the line. The films would have been better if the directors actually fucking read the story of the original Star Wars, because the original War of Stars did not feature Han Solo. It featured Tommy Bahama, and he wore the best pants of anyone on set. Okay? He was
stop.
so charismatic, he invented the character of Han Solo. They tried to live up to the gloriousness that was that man's hams on set. You should go back and read the original story of Star Wars.
All right, that's it. Dylan, it's time to sober you up.
It's time to stop. Because the original story of Star Wars is an inspirational tale for generations. Timeless. Perfect. Completely without fault. Okay? You want to stand up here and tell me J.J. Abrams did justice to that story?
Jar Jar Abrams. Oh, come on. Let's not be that rude. He doesn't deserve that.
J.J. Abrams did not do justice to the history of that narrative because he didn't read the books.
No, the guy who did the second movie didn't do justice to the narrative because he said...
Oh, yeah, well, where was J.J. during all that?
Fired.
Really? They
Yeah.
fired the guy who made Star Wars 7? I don't think so. You see, what really happened was the lizard people found out what he was doing.
God, I really don't want to start showing up in QAnon search results.
The lizard people found out what he was doing. I can't do it. I have limits.
Thank you.
Now, you know what? I'm doubling down.
No.
And they thought, this is an excellent sack for our eggs. Shall we kidnap him? Yes. Will we use his many orifices for breeding? Yes.
Okay, seriously. Dylan, we don't need to turn into Last Podcast on the Left. I'm trying to avoid that.
The left. I'm not getting political.
No. Last Podcast on the Left is a reference to Last House on the Left, and they do they're a true crime podcast primarily, and also like horror shit, and they're not bad, it's just not my particular tastes.
Okay. All right.
Like good content, just not for me.
Look,
So it's time.
I'm
It's
trying
time
to
to
tell you.
hold on. It's time to sober you up. I need you to go to Wikipedia. All right,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give you 2 pages, and you're gonna start the one, and you're gonna try to get to the other, and we're gonna talk about the roller coaster that you have to go through to get there. All right.
Okay.
So
Chrome is slowly opening to at such a rate that Internet Explorer is rolling over in its grave. And it's
Well,
rolling over.
this is why you
for-
use Firefox.
It's been rolling over for the last 20 minutes. And it's not even halfway there. That's how slow it takes. And that's making it roll over in its grave. Okay? Okay, Internet Explorer, you hear me? Stay dead.
Edge, not terrible.
Edge, not terrible. Edge is perfectly fine.
But the fact that they bother to still keep Internet Explorer installed on new computers when Edge is the replacement that Microsoft put out boggles my fucking mind.
All right, I'm on Wikipedia. Give me the things.
Okay. So you're going to try and get from... Anybody in chat have some suggestions?
I'm gonna start at bagels.
No. No, you're not. You're going to start at Tony Bagels. I'm not kidding. That was the real name of a mobster who is imprisoned in Allentown.
Sadly.
I'm not wrong. You have the page
Tony-
up.
No, Tony Bagels is not a Wikipedia article.
Oh, damn it.
It says, did you mean Tony Badgers?
No, I did not mean Tony Badgers. Okay. You know what we're going to do?
Tony Badgers is a great gangster name, though. You know why? Because he just takes what he wants.
Just tell me if Tony Badgers is a gangster. Click on Tony Badgers. I need to know this before we continue with this meme.
Clicking. The page Tony Badgers does not exist.
So wait, Tony Bagels gave you a "did you mean" to a Wikipedia page that isn't real?
Oh, wait, hang on. There is a Tony Badger.
Okay, who's Tony Badger? Tell me about Tony Badger.
Anthony John Badger is a British academic and historian. Until 2014, he was Paul Mellon, Professor of American History at the University of Cambridge.
Wait, hold on. He was Paul Mellon and now he's Tony Badger?
I'm reading it.
Okay.
At the University of Cambridge and Master of Clare College, Cambridge. He is a specialist in post-World War II Southern American political history. Badger was
There's
born...
a lot of history in Southern America post-World War II. Go ahead.
Badger was a lecturer in the history department of Newcastle University. He held the Andrew Mellon Visiting Professorship.
Oh, that's cool.
Having been appointed Paul Mellon Professor... Okay. I think it's a title.
Okay.
Paul Mellon, professor of American history. Okay,
Oh,
that
okay.
explains it.
That makes sense. It's always weird when people make a title that's just another person's name. It's like, this seems... And especially a full name, too, right? Like, if it's just Mellon Professor, right? Then be like, oh, okay, that's probably a title. But Paul Mellon Professor suggests, wait, what?
Oh, wait. Ahem. Badger. There's a variety of extrapolations on Wikipedia regarding Badger. I think one of them is named Bucky Badger, mascot of the University of Wisconsin. And the Wisconsin Badgers, also University of Wisconsin.
Can we talk about how European Badgers look like they're going to invite you for tea, whereas American Badgers are far more honest about the fact that they're going to try and rip your esophagus out through your kneecaps?
Yeah, we're gonna fuck you up, but we're straightforward about it.
Not like our British cousins.
Yeah, fuck those guys. Their smug little grins and their bow ties.
Monocle, top hat, cane.
I say, old bean, you make us out to be some sort of monsters. There goes a guy with $20 in his pocket. Oh, I say, good sir, would you like to spend a moment talking about the good...
I think we just found. We've just found Ryder Raccoon's long lost step cousin.
I think I just found my breaking point.
Well, there was a time where we, as is the motto of the podcast, there was a time where we clearly should have gone to bed, and it is clearly past. So let's keep going and see what happens.
So far this episode, what's happened is we've had an okay bit about court. I went on a rambling rant for a few minutes. And I just did an impersonation of a badger tearing a man's face off.
The okay bit was pretty good, although we did forget the part about the kangaroos. What was it? It was 11 koalas and a single kangaroo on the court, and the kangaroo's the foreman.
No, the joke was there's a kangaroo with 11 koalas, but the kangaroo isn't the foreman. Why would they have a kangaroo there if not to be the foreman?
Right.
But he's not.
But he's not, and we're sorry that you'll never hear that actual joke in its original beauty, because that episode got corrupted on Twitch a week ago, and we've been trying to muster up the strength to redo this episode ever since.
So, what are the two articles you're going to have me go from point A to point Z on?
Okay.
Drum roll, please.
We're going to start with Albert Anastasia, and we're going to end at Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Up, found it.
We're going to keep track of how many steps it takes.
I wanted to see if you'd actually believe me.
Oh, I thought you were saying you found the page Albert Anastasia.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't
See if
buy
you
that you
actually-
figured out the way to get from Albert Anastasia to T-Rex this quick.
Albert Anastasia was an Italian-born American mobster, hitman, and crime lord. One of the founders of the American Mafia, and the founder and boss of Murder, Inc.
Murder Incorporated. Yep.
Inc. Anastasia was boss of what became the modern Gambino crime family. Was also in control of the New York waterfront for most of his criminal career, including the dock worker unions. He was murdered on October 25th, 1957 on the orders of Vito Genovese and Carlo Gambino. Gambino subsequently became boss of the family.
And Carlo Genovese would go on to be boss of the Genovese family, which would be one of the other four families in New York City, alongside the Luccis, and I forget the other two, Bonanno, and I always forget the last one. Oh, Colombo. That's the five.
Greenwood Cemetery is where he was buried. I'm gonna click on that. Done.
That's how you think you're gonna get to T-Rex?
Burial. It's a start.
It's a start.
Landscaping and circulation, monuments, gates, 25th Street Gate. Let's see. 20th century, 21st centuries. There are no dinosaurs available in these eras. I need to go back further.
So we go back to so what? You're going back to the Albert page? Remember, if you have to
No.
step back, we only count the eventual final route.
Frederick Wellington Ruxtall is who I'm counting on.
So you're going. So what is this? Albert Anastasia to Burial to Frederick Wuxtall. Okay, who the hell is Frederick Wuxtall?
Doesn't matter. I'm clicking on France.
I actually want to know who Frederick Wuxtall is. That's part of the fun of this meme.
Officially, the French Republic is a country whose territory consists of metropolitan France and Western Europe.
Unofficially, it's a country that consists of a lot of white flags waiting to be handed to other countries.
And several overseas regions and territories.
Also the moon, because the flag there is white now.
I want... You son of a bitch. Prehistory before the 6th century. The oldest traces of human life in what is now France date from apparently 1.8 million years ago. Over the ensuing millennia, humans were... Okay, here we go. I'm clicking on humans.
Okay, that should then take you to... That can take you to taxonomy, so good start.
Homo sapiens is the only extant human species. The name is Latin for wise man and was introduced in 1758 by Carl Linnaeus, a Homo sapien.
Does it actually say on the Wikipedia page?
I think it's funnier if you don't know.
I think you're right.
Extinct species of the genus Homo include Homo erectus, extant from roughly 1.9 to 0.4 million years ago, and a number of other species. The divergence of the lineage heading to H. sapiens out of ancestral H. erectus is estimated to have occurred Eurasia between about 100,000 and 30,000 years ago. Parentheses 7 unparentheses. The term anatomically modern humans...
You don't need to read the citation number.
I think you mean you don't! Anyway, age and speciation process.
Okay, so speciation process. So we've gone what? We've gone Anastasia to cemetery. Sorry, to burial. To Frank. To France. That's 3. To Homo sapiens.
Yep.
And now to speciation process. Is that the next thing?
I haven't clicked on a new article. I'm just looking at more stuff on the whole.
So we're 4 steps in. I don't know what you said just there.
I was yawning and trying to shake it off. Jaw anatomy, bone skeleton structure, recent evolution, behavioral modernity. Let's see. The Mesothilic and the Neothilic era. Which was more likely to have dinosaurs, do you think? I can't tell.
Neither would, because Neolithic is recent man, and Mesolithic would be medium man.
So
But
what
if you're
about
looking
the
at
last
era-
glacial maximum?
But if you're just... last glacial maximum should get you closer, because that'll take you to Ice Age.
Dude. I am at the last glacial maximum. This is a new article. Let's take a look at what we're doing.
Take a look.
Why can't you just meet
hold on.
me in the middle?
Let me do the meme. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. When did we put a 4th tier on this? When did we put... Oh, God.
See also, glacial period, ice age, oldest dryas, younger dryas, African human period, the sea level rise, a little ice age. I'm gonna click the ice age.
Regular Ice Age? Yeah.
Ice age.
Good. So we're 6 steps in now.
T-Rex. Where can I find a T-Rex? Evidence for ice ages. Major ice ages. Glacial and interglacials. Positive and negative feedback. There's a lot of feedback. Probably too much feedback. People don't like icing. Well, they don't like it melting. Probably should stop that now. Too bad oil makes
Yes.
money.
Yes. Yes,
Oil
Iley,
makes money.
I've given him an end destination. The end destination is Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It's too hard.
You're nearly there, dude. You're actually getting close.
We're in the end game now.
Not quite.
Yeah, we are. Welcome to the end game, bitch.
Are we looking for oil? Are we being Americans?
I'm looking for answers. If you're looking for oil, well, that's awfully American of you.
I'll look for oil, you look for answers.
Okay. Let's see who has more funding at the end of the year. Probably
Probably
you.
me.
Hey! Who says we can't have cutting satire? Pretty much everyone. Okay, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Can I forfeit?
No.
I feel like I should forfeit. I'm not doing. I am not winning.
Look at the Ice Age. You should be able to see what happened right before the Ice Age, and that should be able to take you where you need to go.
History of research. Pierre Martel. He made a toy company. No,
What?
wait. That guy was named Mattel. Never mind.
That'd be funny if somebody who studied Ice Ages wound up turning plastic into oil into plastic to make toys. That'd actually be kind of hilarious as all hell.
An unknown woodcutter from Maringane in the Bernese Overland advocated a similar idea in a discussion with the Swiss-German geologist Jean de Carpenter.
Wait,
Copper.
John Carpenter? What's the thing have to do with this?
Charpentier. I just said Carpenter. Meanwhile, European scholars had begun to wonder what had caused the dispersal of erratic material. From the middle of the 18th century, some discussed ice as a means of transport. The Swedish mining expert Daniel Tylus, 1712 to 1772, was in 1742 the first person to suggest sea ice in order to explain the presence of erratic boulders in the Scandinavian, Baltic regions. Rocks were tumbling down the Alps, and they said, ice is the answer.
I mean, yeah.
I love saying history stuff in the most blatant way possible. Ice way over there is why rocks are falling over here.
It's like, yeah, that's how it works. I found a really pretty, like, area of the map that I haven't seen before now. While looking for oil. So we're gonna ruin an untouched beauty by pumping crude out of it. Yeah. Oh man, the animals are gonna
America.
hate us.
Fuck yeah. There are three main types of evidence for Ice Age. Geological, chemical, and a whole bunch of people talking on forums.
What is the actual third?
No, it's paleontological.
There you are. There's your path. There's your path, Dylan.
Paleontology is not something I can click.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck me. Nor is the word relevant or fossils.
Okay.
Or the geographic distribution of fossils. Or anything in that entire paragraph that could get me somewhere.
Look for the time period of the
Have
last
you
Ice
found
Age.
that liquid gold yet?
I think I did. I also found a new slug.
Have you dipped the slug in the liquid gold yet?
Can I
Anything
do that?
can be bought and sold for the right oil.
I was about to start singing the Davy Crockett theme because I couldn't remember the theme to Beverly Hillbillies. That's not the theme to either of the two things I just said. So does it say when the first ice age started?
No. It says in 1742, Pierre Martel made a toy company. Oh wait, that guy's name was Martel. Have I been here before? Feel like I've been in this room in my head before. There's a tab on this filing cabinet that says keep closed. You've already opened it. But I opened it anyway. And the tab fell off, so I put it back on. Sure hope it doesn't fall off again. Hate to open this file again. That'd be dumb. An engineer and geographer living in Geneva visited the valley of Chamonix in the Alps of Savoy, where he and a bunch of other smart guys realized rocks were falling from the Alps, and they thought, we gotta figure out why these rocks are falling. And then a guy pointed at the giant iceberg floating way over there, over the horizon, and said, guys, it's obviously that. And everyone gave them awards. The end. There we go. That's the history of the Ice Age.
That's not the objective.
I did it.
No, you didn't.
Kids everywhere will praise me for the simplification of such a difficult period of history to study.
But you didn't do it because you didn't get us to dinosaurs, and specifically T-Rex.
Adam. We all know the dinosaurs are frozen in government labs, so we're pretty much there.
I found a lizard doggo, which feels oddly appropriate given the subject matter we're discussing at the moment.
Look, if we're gonna... we might as well just stop here, okay? Because dinosaurs are frozen. And we're gonna thaw them out when we finally see in the raid of Area 51. It's gonna happen again next year. And there's gonna be 2 cars this time, filled with twice as many dumb people. And it's just gonna keep growing. When we are old and gray, a generation of teenagers will finally succeed in the raid. And you know what they'll find? They'll find
nothing.
What we've all been looking
they'll
for.
find nothing. And do you know why they'll find nothing?
They'll find what we've always been
Do you know why they'll find nothing?
Because it's so obvious that if someone's going to keep raiding on an annual basis, that they wouldn't store anything important there come the time of the raid.
Even a step before that. Area 51 has been the face of government secrecy for how many decades now? If I'm the federal... If I'm anybody who has any say about we're going to hide anything, I'm saying we literally just don't hide anything in Area 51 and let people just keep thinking everything's at Area 51.
Adam, you do know that the actual Area 51 location itself is an SCP, right? No.
Wait.
What is found in Area 51 is the thing that we've all been looking for our entire lives.
God?
It's a McDonald's ice cream machine that never breaks. Ever.
Is that literally the SCP, or is there actually an SCP about 51? Can you look? That would actually be good content for this. I'm down for an SCP reading on this podcast.
I love that you're actually taking me up. Is Area 51 an SCP?
Here's a new corner, SCP corner. Every now and again, we just pull one and we do an SCP reading.
Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff on Area 51 being an SCP site, but nothing on it actually being an SCP itself, which is, I feel, a grave injustice. Ah, well.
Okay, in that case, hang on.
Oh, no.
And in that case, I got an idea.
What have
All
I
right?
done? Mother, if you hear me,
I want you to go to an SCP page.
tell God to save me now.
I want you to go to any SCP page, and we're going to read through it.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel, please.
Are you okay, dude?
My hands are up. Take the wheel. I don't want to write an SCP article.
I'm not telling you to write it. I'm saying we're gonna make one right here on stream. We're not gonna write it. We're just gonna say it out.
Oh God! Right. I want to find God. I'd rather find God. Make me reborn, Lord. Please forgive me. Forgive me for my heinous ways. I've been a sinner.
All right.
I've been a sinner, Lord.
So Dylan.
Yeah.
Pull up your favorite SCP article.
I don't
pull up an SCP article that has made you laugh.
I haven't read SCP articles in years. SCP number 369. Living migratory roadwork.
Okay, so we're taking this point by point. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the template, and you're gonna read the piece, explain what the template looks like, and we're gonna do the corresponding for Area 51. So the title: SCP-51, Area 51.
Description: SCP-369 is a migratory road construction zone which repairs stretches of road left untended by repair crews. It generates non-functional lookalikes of several essential road construction vehicles. Of note, being a small steamroller and an earth mover, the latter being anything from a bobcat to a backhoe. The traffic cones present at the border of the effect are actual traffic cones, lacking any serial number or manufacturer's mark, and always appear to have been in use for at least a few years. If removed from the site, the cones vanish when unobserved. Machines cannot be used or maintained. Testing has shown it unwise to try. The repair process takes up to 4 days as the road undergoes a semi-organic healing process when not directly observed, resulting in mundane yet professional quality patches made to the pavements. This is also known as the watched coffee pot effect. No special properties have been observed in the stretches of road already visited by SCP-369. They resume weathering and wearing down as any normal road as soon as SCP-369 is not present. Tests with construction on and attempted disruption of SCP-369 have resulted every time, with the subject being covered in liquid tar and data expunged, till the bones and inorganic hard materials were ejected onto the roadside. Effects seem limited to paved United States roadways. No line repainting is done.
All right. So then let's do the corresponding for Area 51. Area 51, SCP-51.
There's 4 things on every article: the
Okay.
item number, the object class, the special containment procedures, the description, and the mysterious 5th thing, addendum.
Okay.
So,
So
go the fuck ahead and write one.
okay. So we're gonna do this. You and me. Let's do this shit. So SCP-51, Area U.S. U.S. Area 51. It's the
Lord, I know you took my sanity. I know you did.
okay.
But you took from Job, didn't you? You took all he had. You took everything and cast him into the desert. But he never lost his faith. And so, for his faith and good cheer and action, despite the horrific things you did to him, you rewarded him. You gave him 2 of everything he had. And so I ask, give me 2 brains. Give me 2 sanities. Please, Lord, take the wheel. I will be reborn this day.
All right. We good?
Depends. You gonna say we're gonna write the article?
Yeah. But I got it pretty much pre-written in my head already.
Leviticus.
Come on, let's do this. This will be good content.
All right.
All right.
I'll get to
SCP.
you where my mush of a brain can figure something out.
In the meantime, let's look for oil. SCP-51, U.S. Area 51. SCP-51 is a U.S. appears as a U.S. governmental U.S. governmental facility. Like many others, it is fenced off and unopened to the public. What is unique about Area 51 is it has a strong psychic. It is actually organic and emits a strong psychic wave. So strong, in fact, that it can be picked up by television and transmitted around the world. This particular psychic wave causes individuals to forget investigating whatever they had previously wanted to look into, be that poor behavior by the church, a corrupt government in Latin America, or that one Girl Scout agency, that one Girl Scout troop who makes just a little bit too much profit off their cookies.
Hey, those are good kids.
The U.S. federal government has deemed it worthwhile to keep Area 51, as they call it, Little 51, well fed and protected, as it distracts from whatever is going on in areas 1 through 50 and 52 through 100.
You want to work for the government. And you're writing this.
Containment procedures. I mean, it's stayed in the same place for the past half century, so we don't really think it's moving anywhere.
However, studies have showed that on occasion it does inch a couple inches in one direction during earthquakes, using said earthquakes as a disguise for the shift in position. We can confirm that any and all earthquake activity does not in any way affect the facility's movement as we know it. It, much like a deceptive creature, decides to use the cover to try and make it seem like it is, though.
In
The
terms of
reasoning
it,
for this is entirely unknown. However, we currently think it's just playing.
in terms of feeding habits, it sustains itself via brainwaves. It does not, in fact, need to consume actual flesh or any other organic material. Merely the energy of those believing things are taking place at Area 51 is enough to sustain Area 51.
It's almost like conspiracies die if you stop thinking about them.
Addendum. It has been known to occasionally call for numerous individuals to arrive at it en masse. Generally speaking, a couple people will head directly towards it, while most will go to a rock concert several miles away. There. That's SCP-51. I hope everybody's happy.
I think I can die happy now. I think I've found God.
You're welcome. It just took SCP-51 pointing you in the direction.
Thank you, Lord. You've saved me. All right, I think we should call it here. This is getting really ridiculous, and I think I need some sleep.
Yep, I think this is a good place as any to call it.
All right, well, I hope this was
Hang on.
entertaining.
What the hell is Danny the Street?
We can find out next time. Put it on your notes.
Give me
It'll
a
be the
second to
first
raid
thing
into
we
some.
do.
Give me a second to raid into somebody, and we'll call it. I know I'm averaging at least 2 viewers for this one. Hopefully it gets closer. Hopefully it's closer to 3.